What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the best damn Chaos Fanatic guide ever. In this video, we're going to be checking out everything that you will need to know about fighting the Chaos Fanatic. So, without further ado, let's get this one started. Suggested requirements. At this point in the video, I usually do go over hard requirements, but since this boss is located in the wilderness, it is accessible to anybody at any level. If you're level 3 or 4 or 10 and you want to go try and fight the Chaos Fanatic, by all means you can try. It won't go very well, but you could try. So, I do have some suggested requirements for you. I'm going to start out with 75 range. Now the best in slot item here is going to be the crossbow as your weapon, which only requires 60 range, but that will be pretty low DPS. So you're going to want to have at least level 75. And if you don't have a crossbow, level 75 will also allow you to use the toxic blowpipe. As for the defense, this isn't very important because this boss only uses magic attacks. If you are a pure, the Chaos Fanatic is very easily doable, but 70 ranged will allow you to use at least Black Dragonhide, which will give you a boost in range accuracy. So if you are a main, definitely want to have 70 defense. If you're a pure, well, you don't really have a choice, you don't need it. As for the prayer level, it's going to be level 37 at a bare minimum, and that will allow you to use the Protect from Magic prayer. The Chaos Fanatic only attacks with magical attacks. There is another mechanic in there which we will talk about later, but you might also want to consider going up to 44 prayer. That will give you the option to use the Eagle Eye prayer, which will boost your ranged accuracy and damage. Location and how to get there. The Chaos Fanatic is located toward the western side of the wilderness, just west of the entrance to the King Black Dragon's Lair and south of the Wilderness Obelisk in level 44 Wilderness. Your first option of getting there is going to be with the Burning Amulet. The Burning Amulet will teleport you to the entrance of the Lava Maze. From there, you will just have to run a short distance to your west and you will find the Chaos Fanatic roaming around in the area. Your next option of getting there is going to be the Cemetary Teleport, and this is an Arceus teleport. Now, if you don't have the Arceus spellbook or the magic level to use the spell with runes, you can buy a teleport tablet from the Grand Exchange. Iron Men, if you don't have this teleport available, you're out of luck. Sorry about that. But as for this teleport, you will teleport to the cemetery and run slightly north. I do want to add a side note here. The Ghorrock teleport for the Ancient Spellbook is slightly south of the Cemetery Teleport, which is an option as well, but it is a little bit farther of a run. Our last method that I'm going to show you is going to be the Ghorrock or the Obelisk teleport. I grouped these together because they're pretty much right next to each other. As for the Ghorrock teleport, that is an ancient magic teleport. It does require level 96 to use, but just like other teleports, you can buy a teleport tablet to use in place of the runes. As for the Obelisk teleport, this one is going to be your best option if you do have the Wilderness Hard Diaries done. You will be able to direct the Obelisk to wherever you want to go in the wilderness, so you'll just pick the level 44 option, and then you'll head just slightly south and the Chaos Fanatic is right there. Suggested gear setups. Our first gear setup that we're going to take a look at is going to be the low tier setup for the gear in inventory. Now, I do want to make this clear right here. The inventory is not going to change for any of these setups. The inventory is identical. You can use it for all three setups I'm about to show you. So for this one, we're going with the Archer's Helmet in the helmet slot, Ava's Accumulator, an Amulet of Glory, which this one is not charged. It should be charged. Make sure your Amulet of Glory is charged. Amethyst Arrows, Magic Shortbow Imbued, Black Dragonhide top, legs, and vambraces, Snakeskin Boots, and an Explorer's Ring 4 is what I have, but any of the other Explorer's Rings will also work, and the reason behind the Explorer's Ring is going to be the +1 prayer bonus. As for the inventory, Bastion Potion, and I do like taking the Bastion Potion just because it does give you defense levels, which you won't need against Chaos Fanatic, but it might come in handy if you encounter a PKer. This is the Divine Bastion Potion. I also have 4 Prayer Potions, 1 Super Restore, 1 Saradomin Brew, 1 Stamina Potion for running away from those pesky PKers, 18 Summer Pies. Now, why do I have Summer Pies? The Chaos Fanatic does have a mechanic, which we will talk about later, that can take your items off. The Summer Pie, when you eat it, will leave a pie dish behind. You can also replace these with stews or curry, which would leave a bowl behind. As for my selected method of getting there, I have a Ghorrock teleport tablet, which will take me just north of the Chaos Fanatic, and I do have a house teleport to get myself out after the trip. Very easy to use this. You can run over to the King Black Dragon's lair, go inside, because inside the lair is not considered the wilderness, and then you can easily teleport away with either a house teleport tablet or, if you had a charged Amulet of Glory. Our next setup that we are going to check out here is going to be the medium tier setup. For this one, I've chosen to go with the Blessed Dragonhide Coif, and you can use any of these. They all have the same stats. Ava's Assembler, Amulet of Fury, Radha's Blessing 4, but if you don't have one of those, you can use the 3, 2, or 1 version. I do suggest using one of them, as they are a diary reward and they are free to reclaim. Toxic Blowpipe, and in that you're going to want to have Adamant Darts or better, Black Dragonhide Chest and Legs, Barrow's Gloves, Blessed D-Hide Boots, and again, it doesn't matter which ones you're using, all have the same stats, and an Explorer's Ring. As for the inventory, once again, it is identical to our low tier setup, so if you need an explanation for the inventory, go check out the low tier setup inventory explanation. And our last setup is going to be our high tier setup, and this is what would be considered best in slot. Now, it's not true best in slot because we are in the wilderness, so there's only a possibility that we can protect 4 items with the Protect Item Prayer enabled. So this setup is actually going to be what you want to take with your 4 protected items. Blessed Coif, once again, any of them will matter. Ava's Assembler, Necklace of Anguish is going to be one of your protected items. Radha's Blessing 4. The crossbow is going to be the weapon of choice here because it does have that passive. When it is charged, it will give you 50% bonus damage and accuracy to any monster in the wilderness. As for the armor, Black Dragonhide Top and Legs once again. Barrow's Gloves is our next protected item, and Pegasian Boots is going to be our last protected item. So your 4 protected items are the Necklace of Anguish, the crossbow, the Barrow's Gloves, and the Pegasian Boots. And your last item is going to be the Explorer's Ring 4. If you don't have that, you can use the 3, 2, or 1 version for an extra prayer point bonus. Inventory, once again, identical to the medium and low tier setup. Very simple to do. Boss room layout. Since the Chaos Fanatic is located in the wilderness, he doesn't actually have a boss room, but he does have an area we can check out very quickly. In the area that the Chaos Fanatic frequents, there are a few little chasms that are unsteppable areas, so you can't actually traverse over them. You will have to walk around them. You can actually trap the Chaos Fanatic behind them, but he cannot attack you, and you cannot attack him. There are also little Chaos Elementals floating around there because this boss does drop the Chaos Elemental pet at a rate of 1 in 1,000. As for the explanation, it's really just an open area. You can stand wherever you want as long as you are not trapping him behind one of those purple chasms. Mechanics and attacks. The first mechanic we will check out is going to be the Chaos Fanatic's basic attacks. These are fired at very quick intervals. They have an attack speed of 2, which is 1.2 seconds, and they do have a max hit of 31. So if you are not protecting from magic, you can take rapid damage very quickly, and you will die also very quickly. The next mechanic is going to be the Disarming Attack. This does the same exact thing as the Chaos Elemental's Disarming Attack. When hit with this, it can take off some of your items. So that is why we had those summer pies in our inventory earlier. When you eat a summer pie and finish it, it will leave behind a pie dish. This will keep your inventory full and it will stop the Chaos Fanatic from taking off your items. Additionally, you could use stews or curries in its place, and that will leave behind a bowl. The last attack is going to be a special attack where the Chaos Fanatic will fire green projectiles, and these will target the tile that you are standing on as well as a couple tiles near you. All you have to do is simply move out of the way and make sure you are not on any adjacent squares. It does do splash damage, so just move a few tiles away from where they're going to hit and you will take no damage. Example fights and kills. Alright, so I am ready to take on the Chaos Fanatic. I'm going to be using my player-owned house because I do have the Obelisk here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the destination to level 44, activate my Protect Item Prayer, and teleport to the destination, and off I go. The Chaos Elemental, the Chaos Fanatic is just down south here, and it looks like we have someone already here killing it. So I'm going to hop worlds real quick. All right, so we've got a free world here. So before the fight, you're gonna go ahead and turn on Protect from Magic and my Rigor Prayer, or you can use Eagle Eye if you have that. And I'm gonna go ahead and just start ranging away. So Protect from Magic, you'll see the basic attacks coming here very fast. Those are the red ones. That one, we're just gonna move out of the way of that. Make sure we're not on any adjacent squares. And then we're just going to keep an eye out for more of those projectile attacks. And if we do happen to see a green attack, kind of like these red ones coming off of us, or coming towards us, that would be the one that takes off the items. So we're gonna go ahead and move away out of that again. And Chaos Fanatic has a 30-second respawn timer, so you can utilize the world hopping method and just hop over to another world, find a free world, and continue on with your kills. Although, like an idiot right there, I just kind of went right into his zone. So we're gonna go ahead and just start another kill, get out of the way of the projectiles, and just keep on ranging. And the Chaos Fanatic is very, very easy to kill. It's a very good entry-level boss for people because of that mechanic where you do have to get out of the way of stuff. It will teach you how to respond to other bosses with similar attacks like that. So there we go, it's a second kill, and that is literally all you need to know. I do want to mention here, you can also bring a looting bag with you if you plan on staying for a lot of kills. I generally don't bring a looting bag to the Chaos Fanatic because the loot's not very good. I hardly ever pick anything up, and if I do, it's not much. So the looting bag is entirely optional for you. Ending words. So like I just said, the Chaos Fanatic can be a good entry-level boss for anybody in old school RuneScape because it does help you develop the mechanics necessary to avoid projectile attacks that a lot of bosses do have. The only downside is the Chaos Fanatic is in the wilderness, so if you're concerned with losing items, use a cheaper setup just to do some learning with. It really won't cost you that much, and you won't have to lose a lot of items if you do die. So as usual, guys, thank you for checking out this guide. If you didn't know something, I hope that you have learned something throughout this video. If you like the video and you like seeing content like this, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so yet, please tap that subscribe button on your way out. Once again, thank you all for watching. I will see you next time. Take it easy.